UFC 303 was a crazy roller coaster, but it delivered thrills and agony. Considering how many obstacles were encountered, everything ended well. Alex Pereira just entered the GOAT conversation. He made a hell of a statement but raised one big question, and he intends to give us the answer in the future. However, before we get to Poatan Spotlight, let's take a quick look at how some fights went and the interesting things around them. Young Peyton Talbot recorded another victory by finish against Yanis Kimori. This victory came faster than usual. It only took him 19 seconds. The funny story behind his quick knockout is Peyton made for his opponent a YouTube tutorial on how to beat him and translated it into his language. A high level of confidence was shown by the 25-year-old American who extended his record to 9 victories without defeat and received a Performance of the Night bonus. After bantamweights introduced the prelims, the fight of the night was taken away by 2 tattooed featherweights, Cub Swanson and Andre Fili. It's always hard to watch Cub lose, but the fight was close, as seen by the judges who gave a split decision to Fili.
I was surprised how well he did it. Like he pulled me into a brawl, and I still won the brawl, but I mean, it's Cub Swanson, he's just good at what he does.
At the end of the prelims, Joe Pfeiffer's heavy hands excelled again and reminded us how strong a hitter he is. A first-round knockout put him back in the winning column, and it was even sweeter because of Mark's earlier claims.
I don't have any fear, to taste his power, but one thing for sure, I can deliver power too. So sooner or later, he's gonna taste my power. He's gonna know why they call me Power Bar.
And then we discovered whose power is more dominant, and Joe Pfeiffer triumphed with the 9th knockout win in his career and another Performance of the Night bonus. The first fight of the main card was not as expected. Ian Gary celebrated the judges' unanimous decision, but with a poor performance. He failed to convince that he is a better striker than MVP, as he claimed. Michael was too fast for him and turned him into a wrestler. However, with 2 takedowns and a little more than 7 minutes of control, Ian Machado, Gary remains undefeated. We believe that many would agree that the draw result could have been extremely correct. Before we get to the main fight of the night, let's pay tribute to 2 warriors, Diego Lopez and Dan Ige. Ige earned the respect of the entire MMA community when he stepped in as a replacement for Brian Ortega just 4 hours before the event. TCD reported an illness that caused a fever of 103 degrees. With one of the shortest short notices ever, Ige lost a 29-28 decision, registering an incredible 3rd round. This begs the question of how the fight would have gone if it had been a 5-rounder. And this is Dan's text message to Hunter Campbell before the fight. Hey Hunter, I've been in the camp for 3 months. I'm the healthiest I have ever been. I can fight this guy tonight and beat him. This is what legends are made of. I'm in, I'm ready, I'm in great shape. Please don't take this opportunity away from me. Dan was right. This is indeed what legends do. Lopez, on the other hand, again went through adversity to emerge victorious. Although he was preparing for a completely different style of fighter, Diego accepted the fight that jumped from featherweight to catchweight. He survived the late storm and took the win.
I think with everything that happened in the last 48 hours, I think people need to put some respect on my name. I think I'm ready to fight anyone in the top 5.
Some will say that Lopez is exposed after the fight, and if you are one of those people, remember the Brazilian's last 4 fights? And now, on to a grand finale. Just when you thought Alex Pereira couldn't get any better, he shows up in the next fight to exceed expectations. The man continues to string successes. Poatan became the first man in the UFC to shut down Prochazka not once but twice, destroying the man who was destroying everyone else. Everything about this fight was legendary, and everything about the knockout was glorious. The fact that both rushed in to save the main event for the 2nd time speaks to the greatness of their characters. Both men were on a short-notice title fight. A tense stare-down without any trash talk, without taking their eyes off each other. Just watching it made us forget which fight was scheduled for the main event in the first place. Yuri came in brave and full of heart, but he brought his usual fighting style. He said he wouldn't do anything different, and he didn't. In his last fight, he saw how many clean punches he could take, but Poatan's punches aren't like everyone else's. The 2 stoics of the division traded hard shots. Alex refused to be taken down like last time, so he successfully resisted Prochazka. A few calf kicks later, it was all over. First, he landed Yuri with a left hook to mark the end of the first round. And then, with the switch kick, he knocked him down again at the beginning of the round, breaking his own finger in the process. All that was left was to hammer the final nails into the coffin of the former champion. After additional shots, Herb Dean waves it off and Alex Pereira defends his light heavyweight title. Brutal and glorious with his indestructible aura, in just 8 UFC fights he accomplished incredible things, and his striking proved to be deadly for anyone.
He showed us what we all thought he was, a destroyer. He went out there and destroyed this guy for the second time.
Look at him! Oh, that's it! Trauma! Poatan!
We knew that only one would be able to emerge victorious, but it was not easy to watch Jiri fail again. It was one of those matchups where you don't want anyone to lose, and the mutual respect of both was at its peak. The face of Prochazka said a million words. The despair due to the failure was evident, but there was no lack of sportsmanship on either side. As soon as he knocked him out, Alex came over to help him get up. Of course, the referee didn't allow it, but it's the intention that counts. Poatan's message for his opponent was heartwarming, showing what the sport is about. I know he talks a lot about spirituality, just so he knows the same God that blessed us is the one that protects us. I pray a lot for him and for me to be well after this fight. An awesome moment also happened at the airport where two teams met and made a picture that will resonate for decades. Jiri Prochazka once again proved that he is a true samurai. He remained humble and honest in victory and defeat.
Hello everyone, thank you for all your support. Thanks to you, Alex, for the fight. It was better. And only one thing goes on my mind, that I need to evolve to the next level or don't fight again. So it's simple, to be the strongest. This is the way. Thank you. See you in the gym.
When asked who was next, the Division King gave a simple answer. He made it clear that there are a lot of options, but what matters is what the fans want to see. The reaction to his knockout was recorded by his former opponent and ex-champion Jamahal Hill, who claims they will see each other soon.
So, I mean, I got another fight to win, and then I'll see him soon. Let's go.
Maybe now would be the right time to pair up Jiri Prochazka and Jamahal Hill. Alex does not deny the fact that he could go for the third belt, and the fight with Jon Jones is possible. But Poatan could encounter the same problem as with the potential challenger for the light heavyweight title. However, adversity is not something that he will run away from, and he wants to further prove himself.
Can number 2, Magomed Ankalaev, who's unbeaten in 12 straight, get his title shot now?
I don't know. We'll see. Yeah.
Alex said before the event he wanted to fight him so he could prove that he has wrestling.
Although he entered the GOAT topic, Alex Pereira has one more thing to prove: his wrestling. Alex did evolve, and Jiri couldn't take him down like in the first fight, but he still needed to be tested by a better grappler. And who would be better than Magomed Ankalaev? Let's think about it. Jon Jones is finally scheduled to fight Stipe, and Alex could fill the time by giving Ankalaev a chance for a long-awaited title shot if he goes through the Russian wrestler, who's also a good striker, and Jon wins against Stipe. We could watch a legendary showdown in the heavyweight division. If Alex cannot neutralize Magomed's wrestling, Jones would give him a lot of trouble. This scenario would be ideal, but still, Ankalaev claims not only that he would beat Pereira, but also intends to knock him out. What a time to be alive. Let's feel privileged to be able to see how all this unfolds and what will happen next. Thank you, UFC.